list ng ating mga returning OFWs dito sa ating bansa.
Meanwhile, the DOH says it is having problems in looking for participants for the Avigan clinical trials. The department is targeting to reach 100 participants for the trials of the Japanese anti-flu drug in 4 Metro Manila hospitals. However, many of the active COVID-19 patients in the hospitals are part of the World Health Organization's Solidarity Trial.
Ang kailangan lang po natin ay magkaroon ng re-strategizing. Isa po sa lumabas ay baka sakaling pwedeng i-expand yung number ng mga ospital para lang makakalap pa ng mas maraming pasyente.
And as for COVID numbers, the health department logged more than 1,600 new infections today. Total confirmed cases are now at 363,000, over 44,000 of which are still active. 38 individuals died of the virus in the past 24 hours, while more than 800 COVID-19 patients recovered. And a town in Pangasinan has imposed a 1-hour limit for cemetery visitors to contain the possible spread of COVID-19. In Tarlac, new UNDAS guidelines have also been put in place. To tell us more about this, Jenny Dongon joins us live from Tarlac. Jenny, can you tell us about these new rules? Are they different from each other?
Sean, guidelines in public and private cemeteries in Pangasinan and Tarlac are in place as authorities expect more visitors in the coming days. A week before the All Saints and All Souls Day, residents in the area have started visiting their loved ones. The provincial government said the cemeteries will be closed from October 29 to November 4. Visitors are allowed to take up a 30% venue capacity, while also following strict health protocols such as wearing of face masks and face shields. In Calasiao, Pangasinan, local officials have implemented a per barangay schedule. Visitors are only allowed to stay inside the cemetery for an hour. They must also acquire a cemetery pass. Those aged 21 below and 60 above are non-eligible for the cemetery pass. Calasiao officials said cemeteries are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. until October 28. Sean, strict protocols are also being implemented here in Tarlac. Local officials and volunteers are deployed outside the cemeteries just to make sure that visitors visiting their loved ones will comply the health protocols. Sean.
Thanks for that update, Jenny Dongon of News 5, reporting to us live from Tarlac. And Baguio City has finally eased travel requirements and started accepting tourists from outside the region. Visitors are required to register online at the Baguio Visita website. Then, they're also asked to present negative swab test results taken within the last 72 hours. Direct online booking of accredited hotels is now allowed, but the summer capital can only accommodate or will only accommodate 200 tourists at the same time. We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Comelec may resort to reusing old voting machines for the 2022 presidential elections due to a budget cut. However, the agency assures that the equipment will be in good working condition. Mayan Los Baños with the details.
A bulk of Comelec's 30 billion peso budget proposal for next year was supposed to go to the preparation for the 2022 elections. But due to the limited fiscal space, the budget department only granted the commission around 14 billion pesos. Comelec admitted that this may affect their plans, especially in the procurement of election materials and equipment. With a slashed budget, the agency said it has no choice but to reuse old voting machines from the 2016 and 2019 elections.
Siyempre, sa durability, talaga namang mas maganda yung bago kasi nga naisip namin the senator na presidential itong 2022, so mas mainam sana na bago yung gagamitin natin. Pero sa panaman niya, sa functionality, halos the same lang po.
Moreover, the Comelec also appealed for additional budget so they can increase the number of voting precincts to 110,000. This aims to lessen the number of voters per room to minimize physical contact amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
You don't want it to be a super spreader, assuming na nandiyan pa rin yung pandemic, no? At mabuti na ipiaplano na rin natin yan. So from 85,000, ang dagdag gastos dito, yung dagdag na makina to 110,000.
As for the election proper, the Comelec said they are now studying the idea of voting system that combines manual and automated methods. Due to the ongoing health crisis, the polls may also be extended for 2 days, which would entail the need for more funding. If that's the case, Abba said they have to double the original 1 billion peso budget for the compensation of teachers.
The senators, meanwhile, asked the Comelec to take more proactive measures to encourage overseas Filipinos to register and vote, since over the years, there's been low voting turnout, and this did not make significant difference in the election results.
Comelec reported that during the 2019 elections, only 18% of the 1.8 million registered Filipinos abroad had voted.
Overseas voting is an important aspect of reforming our system. I will repeat, the objective was to allow our overseas Filipinos to have a more significant contribution in the choice of our leaders. But obviously, that is not being achieved.
The poll body said they are now utilizing the social media to actively inform the public about the upcoming elections. The commission noted that it is adjusting its target since many OFWs have already been repatriated back to the country. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
And one of the 13 detainees who escaped from the Caloocan City Jail earlier this morning has been captured. The initial investigation stated that they used a concrete nail to carve a hole on the wall of their detention cell. Caloocan Police Chief Dario Menor revealed that 2 of the jailbreakers tested positive for COVID-19 via rapid antigen test. Menor also explained that the jail cell where they came from was being used as an isolation facility. And the NCRPO Chief Major General D. Bolsinas has directed additional police officers to assist in the manhunt. Malacanang says President Duterte and Pope Francis shared the same sentiment on the issue of same-sex unions. Palace spokesman Harry Roque explained that Duterte has always been supportive of civil unions for couples in the LGBTQ+ community. Civil Partnerships Bill author Congresswoman Bernadette Herrera D. said she hopes that oppositions to the measure will now melt away. Herrera added that the SOGI bill and other gender equality measures could also be revived in Congress eventually. And in a new documentary, Pope Francis voiced support for same-sex couples, saying they should be allowed to have legally recognized civil unions. The Education Department calls on parents and tutors to allow students to do their homework on their own and not to tolerate cheating. Marian Enriquez with the story.
19-year-old nursing student Berna starts her day with her online class at 8 in the morning. During her break time, she works on the assignments of other students. Berna works as an online class assistant on the side. Her clients are mostly senior and junior high school students who need help in their homework. Commissioned works range from 5 pesos to 100 pesos depending on the difficulty.
Yung nag-push po talaga sa akin na gawin po tong service na to is nung may nalaman po kasi akong isang student na nag-suicide po dahil lang po hindi po naipasa yung module on time.
Berna says she does not spoon-feed the answers to her clients, but actually makes time to explain the topics.
Sinasabi nga po nila na parang ginagawa po namin tamad yung estudyante. Ang goal lang po talaga namin dito talaga is yung makatulong po talaga.
Berna has earned 500 pesos since she and her friends started the project last week.
Pandagdag po sa school allowance po, lalo na po medyo gipit din po kami lalo na po sa pandemic po na nangyayari ngayon.
Education Undersecretary Diosdado San Antonio says there's nothing wrong with tutoring. However, he expressed reservations on commissioned works.
Kung mag-tutorial, wala namang problema kasi suporta yan sa pagpapatuto sa mga bata. So ang sinasabi ko lang, dinidiscourage natin kung sila na yung mismong gagawa.
The DepEd official has also asked the parents to remind their children not to cheat in schoolwork.
Pagkakataon ito para maturuan ng pagiging matapat ang mga bata ay kung hindi nga nila isusumiti yung sarili nilang ginawa, parang tinuturuan rin natin ang mga bata na hindi maging matapat.
For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao, and we are One News.